Staying with Parliament, the MP for Sekondi, Andrew Kofi Ejapa Mercer, says the minority's call for proceedings in the House to be suspended is a ploy aimed at preventing the maturity of the Electoral Commission's constitutional instrument for the compilation of a new voters' register. The NDC MPs called for the suspension over reports that 2 legislators and 13 staff have tested positive for COVID-19. They contend that keeping the House in session, especially when there is no urgent business, is unduly endangering the lives of MPs and their constituents. The Sekondi MP, who was speaking on Prime Morning, said the NDC MP's proposal is politically motivated.
Who determines the urgency of business? Parliament has 3 meetings in every session. A session is 1 calendar year. And within that session, we are mandated to attend 3 meetings. We've done the first meeting for the year. We have gone on recess, come back to do the second meeting. When the second meeting schedule is over, we'll go back for another recess and come back and do the 3rd meeting. And so every meeting has its own agenda and program that has been tabled. And so to suggest that some of the items that have been scheduled for the meeting is not urgent, I fail to see how they can arrive at their conclusion. Let's call a spade a spade. Yes, we are not in normal times. Yes, we all know that if you do not comply with the safety protocols that have been laid out, chances of you contracting the virus is high. But of course, I heard him say that, look, if he goes to sit in the chamber, chairs have not been sanitized, vote committee meetings, people touch tables and all that. That is why we are all being enjoined to use hand sanitizers as much as possible if we are unable to wash our hands. And so I expect that as a member of Parliament who is very much abreast with the safety protocols that have been outlaid, he would at all times be using the sanitizer to ensure that we do not contact the virus and infect others. You see, our friends on the NDC side are simply looking for the CI that the Electoral Commission has made before Parliament, not to mature. And so they should be bold and tell Ghanaians that that is the reason for the call, not for Parliament to be suspended and all that.
But MP for Kumbungu, Ras Mubarak, says continuing to hold proceedings in these times endangers MPs, their staff, as well as constituents. According to him, the majority of the CI currently before Parliament cannot be more important than the lives of 275 members of Parliament, the over 1,000 staff, and the health and safety of the people of Ghana.
A lot of the business of the House could wait, currently as it is, could wait a week or 2. But coming to the substantive issue of the voter register, why would you want to alienate a Ghanaian who is born in Ghana and who by virtue of birth in Ghana is entitled to have a voter ID card after attaining the age of 18 or above? Why would you want to exclude holders of birth certificates as true Ghanaians? Why would you want to impugn the integrity of the birth and death registry by saying that you cannot authenticate the birth certificates that are in circulation? Clearly, you are indicting another agency of state without proof. His point was completely mute. Insofar as we had in our laws what you call a dual nationality laws in existence. People could actually be on the American voter register and still be on the Ghanaian voter register. Now, again, they say they are taking out driver's license. Because you see, it's not every Ghanaian who has had access to the NIA registration. It's not every Ghanaian who holds a passport. My kids hold Ghanaian passports. Okay? So even if you add the number of kids who have
about 2 million. 2 million.
No, less than 2 million. Less than 2 million.
It's just hovering just around that.
Less than 2 million.
But then Vice Chairperson of Parliament's Communications Committee, Andrew Mercer, says, though there is an e-Parliament service being tooled out in the House, standing orders do not allow for virtual meetings on platforms like Zoom.
The e-Parliament system that is intended to be rolled out was presented. Some presentations were made to the Select Committee on Communications, of which I'm the Vice Chairman, and Ras is a member. This question came up, and were informed that, well, of course, at the time that they were developing it, this whole idea of virtual sittings, which is not contemplated by our standing orders, was not factored into the design. Okay, and now that COVID is with us, they have started thinking about the possibility of some reconfiguration to as it were, incorporate it into the system. That is possible, but as we have it, as we speak, it's not in place, and so we ought to see whether that conversation can be advanced to see how we can have virtual sittings.
Because I doubt it was in place.
Would require an amendment of our standing orders.